Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Speaking English, the podcast. I'm John, and today I want to start by being very direct with you. How many times have you wanted to speak English but stayed silent because the words just didn't come? How many times did you know the answer in your head but couldn't put it into simple sentences? Or worse, you tried to speak but froze halfway through and ended up with that frustrating feeling. If this has ever happened to you, relax. You are not alone. Everyone who learns English goes through this struggle. The good news is there's a clear path to overcome it, and that path is practicing real everyday phrases. Phrases you'll actually use when you wake up, when you chat at work, when you talk to friends, and even when you end your day in English. Simple phrases, but powerful ones that will unlock your speaking step by step. And that's exactly what you'll practice today. I've prepared 100 daily phrases in English, divided into morning, afternoon, and night, so you can train your entire routine and finally feel confident to speak. Stay with me until the end because this episode could be the turning point in your English journey.
Before we jump into the phrases, I want you to understand why this training is so important for your English. When you practice your daily routine in English, you're not just repeating random words. You're training the most valuable skill of all, speaking without translating. Think about it. When you talk about politics, science, or complex topics, you need a lot of vocabulary. That can be intimidating. But when you talk about your day, you already know the answers. You already know you wake up at 7, that you drink coffee, that you go to work, or that you rest at home. You just need to learn how to say it in English. And here's the secret. When you speak about your own day, English stops being just study and becomes part of your real life. It's English you can use right now. It's English that will unlock your conversations with colleagues, with friends, or even while traveling. And don't get me wrong, you don't need to be perfect. You only need to try. Every small phrase you manage to say is a victory. Every time you repeat a simple idea in English, you're building confidence. And confidence is what separates those who only study English from those who actually speak English. So today, while we practice these 100 phrases together, I want you to think, I'm not just studying, I'm using English. I'm living English.
Now let's start with some very simple sentences, the kind you can use in any everyday conversation. Imagine this. You meet someone new, and they ask in English, "What did you do today?" A lot of people freeze at that moment, but you won't, because you'll have already practiced with me. Let's practice together. I'll say it first, then you repeat after me. Ready? Let's go. I woke up at 7. Your turn.
I went to work. Repeat with me. I had coffee and answered emails. Now you. See, in just 3 phrases, you've told a short story about your day. It's not just single words, it's real communication. Now, another example. At night, someone might ask, "How was your day?" You can reply simply, "My day was good. I studied English. I watched a movie." Repeat with me. See how easy it is? It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be long. You just need complete sentences that make sense. Every time you practice answers like these, you stop translating in your head and start thinking in English naturally. That's the power of short phrases. Block 4. Guided practice, the morning. Now let's begin with the morning, the perfect time to train English, because it's when you can describe things you really do every single day. I'll speak slowly. You listen, then repeat with me. Here we go. I usually wake up at 7 o'clock. Repeat. Sometimes I wake up earlier, around 6:30. Your turn. If I sleep too late, I feel tired in the morning. Repeat with me. I stay in bed for a few minutes and think about my day. Now you. I stretch my arms and legs. Repeat. Then I get up and go to the bathroom. Your turn. I brush my teeth carefully for 2 minutes. Repeat. I wash my face with cold water. Now you. Sometimes I take a quick shower, especially if I feel sleepy. Repeat. When I take a shower, I like to play soft music. Your turn. I usually eat toast, eggs, and fruit. Repeat. Sometimes I eat cereal with milk and a banana. Now you. If I have more time, I make an omelet or oatmeal. Repeat. I drink coffee almost every morning. Now you. Sometimes I drink green tea because it feels fresh. Your turn. See how you're already describing your morning in full sentences? Clear, simple, and practical. That's the first step to making English a real habit. Now, let's train with a short morning story. I'll go step by step, and you'll listen and repeat with me. This practice is called shadowing, and it's one of the most powerful ways to unlock your English. Ready? Let's begin. In the morning, I usually wake up around 7 o'clock. Repeat. Sometimes I wake up earlier if I have a lot to do. Now you. I stay in bed for a few minutes and think about my day. Repeat. I stretch my arms, yawn a little, and get up slowly. Your turn. Then I go to the bathroom and brush my teeth for 2 full minutes. Repeat. After that, I wash my face with cold water. It really helps me wake up. Now you. If I feel sleepy, I take a warm shower. Repeat. I usually listen to relaxing music while I shower. Your turn. After the shower, I put on clean clothes and check my hair in the mirror. Repeat. Then I go to the kitchen and start making breakfast. Now you. I usually eat toast with butter and jam, and sometimes I add a boiled egg. Repeat. I drink a big cup of coffee. That is very important for me in the morning. Now you. While I eat, I sit by the window and look outside. Repeat. Sometimes I hear birds singing and enjoy the peaceful moment. Now you. Before leaving home, I check my phone, my to-do list, and my schedule. Repeat. Finally, I prepare my bag, put on my jacket and shoes, open the door, and leave to start my day. Now you. Excellent! You just practiced a full morning routine in English. And every time you repeat this exercise, you'll notice yourself speaking with more confidence and less effort.
Block 6, Guided Practice, the afternoon. Now let's move on to the afternoon, that part of the day when a lot happens. Some people work, others study. Others take care of their home or family. No matter what you do, there are always simple phrases you can use to describe your routine. I'll go first, then you repeat after me. After lunch, I go back to work. Repeat. Sometimes I feel a little sleepy after eating. Now you. I check my emails and answer the most important ones first. Repeat. I usually have 1 or 2 meetings in the afternoon. Your turn. Sometimes I meet with my manager to talk about tasks. Repeat. If I work from home, I sit at my desk and open my laptop. Now you. I write reports or prepare presentations. Repeat. I like to keep my desk clean and organized. It helps me think clearly. Your turn. I usually take a small break around 3 o'clock. Repeat. I make a cup of tea or drink some water. Now you. Sometimes I eat a small snack, like fruit or a cookie. Repeat. If I have time, I take a short walk outside to get fresh air. Your turn. Even 10 minutes outdoors makes me feel better. Repeat. When I have free time in the afternoon, I study English. Now you. I listen to a podcast, read a short article, or watch a slow video. Repeat. I also repeat short sentences out loud to practice speaking. Your turn. The shadowing method helps me speak more fluently and clearly. Repeat. Great job! You see how each sentence describes real life? That's the kind of English you can use right away.
Now, let's practice a short story about the afternoon, step by step. You already know how it works. I'll speak slowly, you listen, then repeat with me. After lunch, I usually go back to my desk to continue working. Your turn. I check my emails and write a to-do list for the afternoon. Now you. I often have a video meeting with my team. Repeat. We talk about what we finished in the morning and what we will do next. Your turn. The meetings are usually short, about 30 minutes. Repeat. After the meeting, I take a short break. Now you. I go to the kitchen and make a cup of tea or black coffee. Repeat. I drink slowly while I sit near the window. Your turn. Sometimes I go outside for a few minutes of fresh air. Repeat. If I have free time, I use it to study English. Now you. I usually listen to a podcast or read a short story. Repeat. Sometimes I watch a video where the speaker talks slowly. Your turn. I pause the video and repeat the sentences. This is shadowing. Repeat. It helps me speak more naturally and understand better. Your turn. Before I finish work, I write a short summary of what I did today. Repeat. I also write one English sentence to describe how I feel. Your turn. For example, I finished all my work today and I feel proud. Repeat. Or, I didn't study much today, but I will try again tomorrow. Repeat. Excellent. You just practiced a full afternoon routine. Notice how you now have vocabulary for any part of the day. That is real progress.
Now, let's move to the evening. That special time of the day when you relax, recharge, and prepare to rest. Here are some simple phrases to describe your evening routine. I usually arrive home around 6 o'clock. Repeat. I take off my shoes and sit down for a few minutes to rest. Now you. Sometimes I watch the news or listen to music to relax. Repeat. I cook dinner or order food if I feel tired. Your turn. I usually eat dinner at the table with my family. Repeat. We talk about our day and share stories. Now you. After dinner, I clean the kitchen and wash the dishes. Repeat.
Sometimes I take a short walk after dinner. Before bed, I like to read a book or listen to relaxing music. Repeat. I usually go to bed around 10:30 or 11. See? With just simple sentences, you can describe your entire evening in English. And the best part is, these are real situations you can apply immediately.
Well done! You reached the end of this episode and practiced 100 daily phrases in English. Take a moment and think. This is huge progress. Today, you didn't just study English, you used English. You lived English in real everyday situations. In the morning, you learned how to talk about waking up, brushing your teeth, and having breakfast. In the afternoon, you practiced sentences about work, studying, meetings, and even breaks. In the evening, you learned how to describe dinner, relaxing, and getting ready for bed. These phrases are now your new confidence toolbox. Every time you repeat, every time you shadow, you're training your brain to think in English. No translation, no blocks. And remember, you don't need to be perfect. You only need to pause, keep practicing, pause. One phrase today, 2 phrases tomorrow, and soon you'll be telling full stories in English with ease. So go back to this episode as many times as you need. Listen again, repeat again, until the sentences flow naturally. That is the path to unlocking your speaking once and for all. Congratulations on your effort today. I'm John, and I want you to never forget, every single phrase you say in English is a victory. Keep listening, keep repeating, and keep believing in yourself. Until the next episode, and always remember, English is part of your life, one real phrase at a time.